This newscast with the news alert coming in a major development. Australia will be part of the Malabar exercises. The naval exercises will have all 4 Quad members now: US, India, Japan and Australia. The development comes weeks after Quad meeting in Tokyo, where Indian foreign ministers met with his Quad counterpart and held a bilateral meeting with Australian Foreign Minister. The Malabar naval exercises began in 1992 as a bilateral Indo-US military exercise. Japan joined the exercises in 2015, and since 2018 the exercises have been held in the Philippine Sea off the coast of Japan. This year the exercises are expected to be held in Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. For more details, let's quickly go across to our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal, who's joining us live. Siddhant, this is indeed a significant development with Australia joining the exercises. Should we now expect a stronger Quad force to now counter China's aggression?
Well, yes, Akanksha, this is a major development, and this is not, in fact, the first time that Australia will be part of the Malabar exercises. In 2007 also, it was part of these exercises, but it withdrew from Malabar exercises because the Chinese weren't happy. They, in fact, demarched all the members of the Malabar exercises in 2007, and since then there has not been any action. Now, Australia will be formally part of it, and all 4 Quad countries, in fact, it is a Quad exercise which will take place in the month of November in Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. And this is going to surely irk China. In fact, eyebrows will be raised in Beijing, and we do expect a strong Chinese reaction, perhaps within hours or perhaps tomorrow at the daily briefing by the Chinese Foreign Ministry. But the fact that Australia is part of it, it shows that how serious Quad members are when it comes to making sure that there are convergences of views, and wherever possible the Quad countries can come together. We have seen how amidst the COVID pandemic, all the Quad countries had regularly been in touch with each other at the foreign secretary level when it comes to the joint COVID response. And then, of course, we saw the meeting, as you just mentioned, all the 4 Quad member countries met in Tokyo. In-person meeting in COVID times is significant and sends a message that how serious Quad members are when it comes to entire grouping and, of course, now the exercises.
Right. Siddhant, be it military logistics agreements or maritime information sharing agreements, how has the Malabar exercises grown in scope and complexity over the years?
Well, as you just mentioned, in 1992, in fact, it was just a bilateral exercise between India and the United States. Then, of course, in 2007, India had invited Australia and Japan. Both the countries had participated, but the Australians were, in a sense, scared not to irk China. They withdrew from it. And then, of course, there were rumors or buzz across, of course, here in Delhi and other Malabar exercises countries members that there will be perhaps a participation. But India wasn't keen because what Australia did in 2007, and now there is formal participation, and we do expect, of course, Australian reaction as well. But this participation coming at a time when China is locked on not only with India when it comes to the line of actual control crisis, but also with Australia, with Japan and the United States. So this is a development that sends a strong message to Beijing and how like-minded democratic countries like the 4 countries are coming together in various ways. Of course, one being the exercises, the Malabar exercises.
Having said that, we'll have to wait and watch how China reacts to this significant development. On that note, thank you so much, Siddhant Sibal, for bringing us the latest.